If you knew your heart was secretly aging faster than the rest of your body, would you wait for the first warning or act right now? This is the question that has the power to interrupt anyone's routine. Because when it comes to the heart, silence is often the most dangerous sound. Most people associate aging with wrinkles, slower reflexes, or gray hair. But the heart has its own timeline, one that often runs much faster than the calendar on the wall. The heart ages biologically, not chronologically, and the difference between those two can decide the quality, length, and vitality of a person's life. Understanding why the heart ages is not simply a medical curiosity. It is one of the most important steps toward protecting your longevity. Millions of people walk around every day believing they're healthy because they feel fine, yet their hearts may be silently growing older, stiffer, weaker, and more vulnerable. The tragedy is that most of this aging is preventable if you know where it starts. The first truth is simple: the heart ages because it never rests. From the moment you are born until your last breath, your heart beats non-stop, pumping blood, oxygen, and life into every cell. In one day, it beats around 100,000 times. In a year, 35 million. Over a lifetime, billions. Even the strongest engine would wear down under such constant pressure. Yet the heart is resilient until lifestyle, inflammation, and stress accelerate its decline beyond what nature intended. One of the biggest contributors to cardiac aging is chronic inflammation, often caused by poor diet, processed foods, excessive sugar, smoking, and metabolic imbalance. Inflammation damages the lining of your arteries, leading to microscopic injuries that the body attempts to repair by depositing cholesterol and calcium. Over time, these deposits become stiff, inflexible plaques that reduce blood flow and force the heart to work harder. This internal wear doesn't hurt like a broken bone. It steals vitality quietly, year after year. Another major driver of heart aging is stress. Emotional stress, financial stress, job stress, relationship stress. Your heart doesn't care where it comes from. When stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline stay elevated for long periods, blood pressure rises, heart rate variability drops, and inflammation skyrockets. Humans were designed to experience short bursts of stress followed by recovery, not to live in a constant state of internal emergency. When stress becomes chronic, your heart pays the price. Then there is the modern epidemic of sedentary living. The heart is a muscle, and muscles weaken when they're not used. Sitting for hours, every day, moving only minimally, relying on cars for every trip, this lifestyle slowly diminishes cardiovascular strength. Without regular aerobic stimulation, arteries stiffen, circulation slows, and the heart begins to lose efficiency. The good news is that exercise is one of the fastest ways to biologically rejuvenate the heart. Even moderate activities like brisk walking can transform cardiovascular age. Sleep, too, plays a profound role. During deep sleep, the heart rate slows, blood pressure drops, inflammation decreases, and the body repairs damaged cells. When a person consistently sleeps less than 6 hours, the opposite happens. Inflammation rises, blood pressure increases, and the heart never gets its nightly recovery. Over time, the effects accumulate, and the heart's biological age accelerates dramatically. We also cannot ignore genetics, although genetics are often misunderstood. Yes, some people have a natural predisposition to heart disease, high cholesterol, or hypertension. But predisposition is not prediction. Research shows that up to 70% of heart aging is determined by lifestyle choices, not genes. Meaning, your daily habits can overpower most genetic disadvantages. But perhaps the most surprising factor in heart aging is the role of emotions and social connection. Loneliness, resentment, chronic anger, emotional numbness, or lack of purpose. Each of these emotions has measurable effects on the cardiovascular system. Negative emotions disrupt heart rhythm, increase inflammatory markers, reduce resilience, and physically alter the heart's ability to adapt to stress. Meanwhile, positive emotions, joy, gratitude, love, connection produce hormones that protect the heart and improve its biological youthfulness. The idea that the heart feels things is not poetic exaggeration, it's physiological truth. So the big question becomes, can you reverse the age of your heart? Science says yes, consistently and dramatically. Studies show that people who adopt heart-healthy habits, clean nutrition, regular movement, restorative sleep, stress reduction, and emotional balance can reduce their heart's biological age by up to 20 years. This isn't an exaggeration. Within weeks of lifestyle changes, blood pressure drops, inflammation decreases, artery flexibility improves, and energy increases. But the biggest mistake people make is waiting for symptoms. The heart almost never sends early warnings. High blood pressure doesn't hurt, high cholesterol doesn't burn, inflammation doesn't ache, plaque buildup doesn't throb. You don't feel the danger until it becomes an emergency. Heart aging is a slow, silent process until it isn't. That is why awareness is powerful. Understanding why your heart ages is the first step in preventing premature decline and building a cardiovascular system that can carry you through decades with strength, vitality, and clarity. You can measure your heart's biological age through simple lifestyle indicators: how well you sleep, how often you move, how frequently you experience stress, what you eat daily, how strong your emotional and social connections are, how balanced your metabolism is. Every choice either accelerates or decelerates the biological clock inside your chest. This is both the frightening truth and the most empowering one, because you have control, far more control than you've been led to believe. Your heart is not aging simply because time is passing. It is aging because of the signals you send it every day. With the right signals, your heart can become biologically younger than it is right now, and the transformation begins the moment you choose to change. Your heart won't wait for tomorrow, so take control today, before time decides for you.